Hi there. Joseph Carabas here, and of course, recording is in progress. Don't you feel much better knowing that? Otherwise, how would you know it's me? How would you know it's this? How would you know that the little Zoom lady is on the job? Listening to Steve Winwood, been following Steve Winwood since Traffic. I say things like that, and I go, "Yeah, I'm old." Brilliant, brilliant career. Multi-instrumentalist, keyboardist primarily, composer, just astounding talent. And because I'm, is there anybody like that today? I don't really know. I wish I did, because I love music. In keeping with, I write about or I talk about things that I'm experiencing and dealing with. Today is being overwhelmed, because I periodically become overwhelmed, just overawed. Oh my goodness, I become overwhelmed by everything that has to get done. I was very careful not to say the things that I have to do. I so important, but the things that need to get done. And I don't think this is specific to actually to authors, independent authors. I think it actually is all creatives. To be honest with you, I think it's everybody on the globe. For all I know, every living being in the universe. Hopefully not every living being in the universe is as kabacha as I am. If you don't know that term, don't worry about it. Look it up. It's not on Google either. It's one of those idiomatic phrases, and unless you're with those people, you don't know what the hell they mean. But you get the idea, kabacha. Being overwhelmed. Speaking as an independent author today, this is Wednesday as I'm putting this together. I want to write a tribute to a dear friend who passed away, a fellow author. I want to do these, get these going. I have books I have to market. I have a book I have to edit. I just finished a book. I have editors and publishers asking me for short stories. There's an awful lot that needs to get done. And I know I listed a few things, but each one of those things has a bunch of things. So because I've actually studied, believe it or not, no, I have. I've studied how people get overwhelmed. I've studied the psychology, the neuroscience behind what happens to the brain physiologically, et cetera, when people get overwhelmed. I've developed techniques for dealing with it. It'd be great if I adhered to those same techniques, don't you think? Well, kabacha. So I said it again. The first thing when you're being overwhelmed, and this is, you'll find this in a lot of documentation, a lot of self-help books, including my own, is prioritize the tasks. But it's an interesting form of prioritization. You can prioritize by time, you can prioritize by amount of work that needs to get done in something, one task. For example, marketing, I say marketing. I got to market all my books. I got to prepare marketing for my next book, which will be out soon. You should all get on it and buy it. That Think You Do, Volume 2, Romance, Relationships and Romance. Romance and Relationships. Be helpful if I got the name right, title right. So you need to prioritize. Switching my books from a pure Amazon platform to other platforms to increase their reach. Deciding if marketing is really working or how to really market my books and myself. What do I really need to do that I'm willing to do? That's the catcher. That's the thing. how to do this. So we can prioritize by the time commitment involved, by the effort commitment involved, and by what needs to get done first. For example, I woke up this morning realizing, oh my God, I need to put this together. And of course, then I went into pure panic mode. I got to get up, I got to do this, get it all. Well, all right. Probably the first thing I needed to do was make sure I had a topic. And I laughed and I said, how about being overwhelmed? Yeah, there's a good topic for you, Joseph. So these are actually relatively easy to do. I know they may not seem that way because all of the energy and forethought put into them. You better be laughing. But nevertheless, they do require some forethought. They do require some energy. I don't usually script them. I may read something for them, but I don't script them. So they're really much off the cuff, like we're talking, sitting down and talking, which is how I like to do things. Recognizing that, okay, this is easy to do, no problem. Are there similar tasks to this? Well, actually, there are. How long would they actually take to put in place, to make the motions of, to do? Not a lot. Well, while I'm doing this, can I gang those with it and group those tasks together as similarities so that the skills involved in this, doing this, carry over? And then I don't need to, forgive the term, refire those abilities, those talents, if you will. When I need to take on the other tasks, let's do them all together. Gang similar tasks together, get them all done. Another thing is, and again, this being one of the more simpler tasks, do the low-hanging fruit first, check those off, because it helps to have wins. And because this needs to get done today, doing it now, first thing, big win, done. Okay, good, yippee. Then find out what other tasks need to get done. And put into that task list time for yourself. If you're spending a lot of time on something, it can be mind-numbing. And that also includes being creative. I have had bouts of writing where I've gone 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 hours straight writing. And when I get up from the computer, I am a vegetable. Susan, my beloved partner, wife, and princess, she just basically has to hose me off, throw me a slab of meat. You know, I'm just. So, being overwhelmed, break things up into their simpler steps, prioritize based on how long will it take, how easy is it to do, how similar are a bunch of tasks that can get done together. Recognize what needs a lot of subtasks in it, like marketing. That requires a lot of subtasks. Do I go to cons? Do I go to what? Online book events? Do I contact bookstores? Whoa. So many things. Find the big items. Recognize how much is involved in them. Maybe that one big item, maybe marketing is going to take an entire day, an entire week in itself. Get it in your head. It's going to require that. Okay, prepare yourself for it. Don't be, shaken. Let yourself recognize, oh my God, that's going to be a lot of work. I'm getting anxious. Okay, break it down even further. Today, we're going to do, okay, this hour we're going to do, this half hour, this next 5 minutes. Get it to a point where the anxiety goes away, makes it manageable. Here's an example. I have to write a blurb for my next book. Okay, it's not so much overwhelming as it is exhausting because I have to think like someone who may be interested in the book rather than the person who authored the book. And being interested in a book as an author is different than being interested in the book as a reader. There's a gem for you. So break things down into their components break the components down into manageable sizes, group by priority, group by similarity of task, get the low-hanging fruit done out of the way. There you go. You may still be overwhelmed, and if you are, do a video about it. Take care. Bye-bye. I'm looking for the button. Yeah, right.